forever grinding to the day I die. I'm a go-getter, yeah, a cold. I remember bank account really had no figures. Now I'm chilling someplace where they ain't got no winter in a villa. Waiting for the fall like they was yelling timber. Flow colder than winters be in Chicago. I've always had the vision. I see the with my eyes closed. Ain't grew up. I ain't got no phony bravado. Only time I clap that they was yelling bravo. Yo, I grew up in a home, but that's the perfect role model. So I do it in the song, cause some of these things I hold bottle. Knew I couldn't do it alone, but some of these things I won't follow. So I prove it on my own, give it my all on full throttle. There was no love for me, I was up and coming. I faced doubts and had worries, but I wasn't budget. Look, they tried to steal my glory, say it wasn't nothing. But God's the author of my story. Not to play. 1 chance.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge.
Here we go.
We're in Detroit, Michigan. The Pistons are playing before their hometown crowd. Cunningham with it. Puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town. And those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
Hart, no good. Cunningham outside. Pass to Duran. Back to Cunningham. Good. Nice job down low.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
Now here's Brunson. Plays it up and banks it in.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Lets it go from deep. And Cade Cunningham with the three. Cunningham's got 5.
And you see that one motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
Goes up on the high post. Rebound, Detroit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
New York with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Anunoby. Inside. Towns. And Cunningham with the block. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. The Pistons shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 5. A crossover. And the shot goes in. He's got 7.
And the strength of Cunningham. Fantastic job there scoring on the defense.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Both teams changing it up here. For the Knicks, it's been a slow start here. Trailing by 5. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, don't let Brunson's size fool you. This guy operates consistently on the interior.
And Doris, what a breakout for the guard Jalen Brunson these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once-proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. And here's Brunson outside. Pistons leading by 6. Cunningham left side to the paint. Here's Duran.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Schroeder outside. Pass to Duran. Just 5 on the clock. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And the Knicks making a change here.
Substitution on the floor.
Knicks trail by 7. 41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's McBride. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And it's Schroeder missing. And it's the Knicks with the ball. To the inside. Shot's good by Achua.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And a fast break now for the Knicks. Pass to Achua. Back to Robinson. Over Thompson. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. He'll get you back to the action after this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Here's McBride. Hasn't made one yet. For 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
First personal foul. First team foul. Next substitution.
Thompson from long range. Robinson pulls it in.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now, here's Anunoby. On the wing, Anunoby. And it's all evened up. Anunoby's got his first 2 points.
OG Anunoby increasingly dangerous with his jumper. Nice catch and shoot opportunity there.
Schroeder. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And stolen by Thompson. Pass to Beasley. Kicks it out to Schroeder. From downtown. They get a hand on it. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And again, New York turns it over. One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple of seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
And this is Schroeder's game, right? Get off the dribble drive with a quick first step. Nice.
Here's McBride. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
So both teams making some changes here. Free throw good, McBride. Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the Knicks making a change here. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. 4-point game. Pass to Towns. Achua, no good. So it's the Pistons now. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much. Back to Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Now, here's Cunningham. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. Out to Harris. Pass to Cunningham. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Clock at 4. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Knicks trail by 8. Towns at the elbow. To stop the run. And good that time.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams deciding to change it up. Pistons leading by 6. Now Cunningham. 12 points for him. Detroit, no good that time either. Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Towns. And now he jams it right over Tobias Harris. Wow!
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
Now here's Thompson. Still scoreless. And the 3 off target.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bridges, no one around him. Connects from 3-point range. And now just a 1-point Piston lead.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy dangerous as a shooter.
Cunningham up top. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Detroit up by 1. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Here's Brunson. Pass to Towns. And here's Brunson. Out to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. It's stolen by Harris. For the finish. And slam dunk by Harris.
Such a smart offensive player. Harris in just the right spot there to finish on the break.
Here's Brunson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Brunson's got 7 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Cunningham looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. Offline with his 3. New York trailing. The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Gotta respect that Cunningham takes charge, making something happen and drawing the contact.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. From deep, Brunson. Detroit with the rebound. Cunningham on the wing. He's got 14. To the middle. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Brunson outside.
Right here.
Pass to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. And Cunningham with the block.
Oh, great anticipation by Cunningham, managing to get his hand on that shot.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Now, Bridges, following the three-point attempt by Cade Cunningham. Brunson outside. Back to Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Substitution on the floor.
.149 left to play in the third. Beasley outside. Nice ball movement by Detroit. The shot by Stewart with no one around. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Achua. Second chance effort. It's deflected, and he gets it back. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. The Pistons trailing. And Harris wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer is right on target. Harris has got 7 points in the game.
Really a combo forward with a solid outside touch. Harris is the ideal fit for the modern NBA.
Schroeder surveying the floor. Pass to Duran. On the wing, Harris. Stolen. And there's the drive. The dunk by Achua.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here. I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Schroeder missing.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Here's Brunson. Pretty bucket inside by Brunson.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Good as it goes. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Knicks lead by 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So it's the Pistons now, trailing by 2. Now here's Schroeder. He takes it in. An easy 2 points on the layup.
This guy not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
Outside, Towns. Back to Payne. Fires from deep. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
I love when Karl Anthony Towns is aggressive to score and willing to embrace the contact.
We know Doris and Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
But Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
Holland with the rebound. Pistons trailed by 3. Schroeder, left side. Four on the clock. Pass to Holland. Detroit needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Now returning on the floor for your Pistons.
The Knicks leading by 3. Payne looking around. Over to the left wing. Towns, high post. Yes, that goes in. Towns has got the lead up to 5 now for the Knicks. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Schroeder. Offensive rebound. Stewart with it. Pass to Holland. 6 to shoot. Here's Schroeder. It's rebounded by Towns. Now here's Payne. Puts one up from 19. They get it again. Here's McBride. Fires the three. And it's Fontecchio with the rebound. Pistons trail by 5. Schroeder outside. Trying to end the drought. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, the Dennis Schroeder show is cooking on all cylinders right now. The defense has no answer.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. Now, with this game up for grabs, Coach told his guys to think positive. He said, "We know this game is ours, fellas. We've earned it. I need you to show me right now that you want this." Can they get it done? We'll see. Guys.
Okay, David, thanks. It's been a little while since they've been in the lead.
And that's why this is such an important possession for them.
Here's Cunningham. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one is on Towns.
Yes, sir. Kay Cunningham embracing the role of a leader.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
Brunson. And he banks in the layup. And the Knicks lead by 1.
Jalen Brunson wants the ball in these moments, and there he shows you why. Big-time shot.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. Thompson in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Thompson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Towns. Rebound by the Pistons.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Harris outside. To Cunningham. Stolen by Brunson. Ahead. Here's Towns. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Jalen Durant.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
And Towns no good on that one. Cunningham for 3. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. And the dunk by Towns.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Now, here's Cunningham. It drops. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Oh, that is big time by a big-time player. Cunningham loves the moment.
Here's Brunson. Towns at the elbow. Pass to Anunoby. Ooh, off-wide. Outside Hardaway. Down low. Here's Cunningham. Money!
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Towns for 3. And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that about wraps it up.
Sat around the table, broke bread like the safe. Judas, I can feel you touch a snake and it might bite you. Can I call and ask you for the things you asking me? Probably wouldn't let me use your bathroom if I had to. You probably wouldn't throw no water on me. Now you trying to swim, you see my jeweler threw some water on me. If I was you and you was me, you would've left me out. Got it on my own, I would never ask you to help me. My energy protected, I've been burning sage. Follow how you feeling, you won't be led astray. I said it and I meant it, don't know no other way. They ask me how I'm doing, I tell them I'm doing great. Cause if I really wasn't, could you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me?
You know I need someone.
I seek the invincible.
Yeah. You know, all I ever had was a dream. Let's talk about it. Young rapper, big dream, little apartment. A hyena, eat a beat straight to the carcass. All I need is one mic, I'm on my nines. Bend down, stay down, out the garage with it. Turn nothing into something, made a collage with it. Audacious, pop up, I'm moving confident. True statement, 4 words, ain't nothing stopping this. Rhyme spitter, young critter, get your binoculars. Up and coming, this ain't pop, I'm not popular. Breath of fresh air, I spray like I'm Banaka. Sanitize, stay in the cut like I'm a doctor. Hammer time, can't you hear this verse popping, locking? Put it simply, I got the juice like I'm cocked.
Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. So the Clippers win the tip. Fires the 3. Nails it from 3. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one. I think it's great to see that kind of confidence in a young guy like Fuselis.
Down low. Leonard. It's tipped. And he recovers it. Back to Harden. 4 on the clock. From downtown, Chicago grabs the miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
They grab their own miss. The shot by Buzel is no good. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with the Clippers head coach, and one of their main defensive focuses, Nikola Vucevic. Coach telling me that Vuce has the big body, plus he can really shoot it, but they really emphasized boxing him out. Nikola is great at converting misses into second chance points. Boxing out. It's back to the basics, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Hits a three-pointer.
Well, just because he's a center, don't be deceived. Vucevic loves connecting with his teammates. Pretty pass.
Leonard for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Giddey. Blocked!
How about Zubac? Worked so hard on the defensive end. Nicely done.
Harden surveying the D. And Los Angeles. Another 3.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Giddey. This one for 3. And again! in. It's the Bulls from deep.
You have to be excited about Josh Giddey. This guy knows when to shoot off the catch.
Zubac, screen. Harden with it. Guarded by Vucevic. And he recovers it. Pass to Powell. Three-pointer, no good. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Doris, not long ago, the Clippers were not associated with star power.
It's very true, B.A., but they are now. And it's not just the talent that they have, it's the experience that their guys bring to the court. They now have a core of big-time players who've been through virtually everything in the league.
Now here's Giddey. The three from Ball. Drills it from deep. Ball's got 6.
Nice quick trigger from Ball right there. Good at sizing up the defense and knowing when to shoot off the pass.
Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Nice bounce pass. That's just good fundamental basketball.
Pass to White. The kick out to Williams. Zubac with the steal. Nice shot by Harden. Harden's gotten his second bucket.
Nice job by James Harden to leak out and get an easy opportunity in transition.
To the right side. The kick out to Williams. The three is up. That one falls. Coming off the Vucevic feed. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Here's Leonard. Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that?
Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
To the inside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. So interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Now here's Leonard. 5 points in the game. And he makes it. He's got 7.
Now the mid-range is Kawhi's bread and butter. This guy can get to his spots and take whatever he wants.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Ball. And he lays it up and in. Ball's got 8.
And I like the mix of power and agility Ball uses inside. One way or another, he's going to get a shot.
Here's Leonard. The open J off the mark. Lonzo Ball. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Chicago. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back after this word. Bulls.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Now here's Dosunmu. The ball's knocked loose. Back to Jones. Dosunmu outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Buzelis. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
He still needs to fill out to be more physical down there, and that will come with time. But Buzelis can handle his own.
Inside. Here's Leonard. Three-pointer. Harden. Pure from three-point range.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Well, Doris, there's one thing for sure. When Kawhi Leonard is available, he's elite.
There's no question about it, Brian. And it's so difficult to watch a player who cares so deeply about the game as Kawhi does not have his body hold up. It's been unfortunate over the years to see the toll injuries have taken on his career. But boy, oh boy, clutch, skilled, competitive, tough, every attribute you could want.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Pass to DeSumo. Back to Jones. Williams with it. Outside Jones. Here's Buzelis. Back to Jones. There's the 3. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. The Clippers in the lead. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie. Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
You're a good person to ask this, Doris. Why do so many point guards turn into successful coaches?
Yeah, I think, obviously, Brian, as a point guard, you're responsible for knowing every position on the floor, where they're supposed to be at all times. And you're also sort of thinking like a coach already. This person hasn't had a bucket in a while. How do I get them in a position to make them successful? So I think you're in control of so much as a point guard that it naturally translates to coaching.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Now here's DeSumo. Pass to Herter. Back to Smith. They need this. And again, no good by Chicago.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
The Bulls trail by 7. There's Herter with the 3. Batum pulls it in. Here's Leonard. Kawhi, so steady inside.
So many advantages Kawhi Leonard has when he's inside. Size, power, strength. To the cup he goes.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Big group substitution here for Chicago. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Pass to Smith to win the cold spell. He buries it from 3. Smith's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Now here's Harden. Give him 8. Doesn't go that time. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Now Vucevic. defended by Jones. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Now here's Harden. He's got 9. Batum, right side. Pass to Powell. Shot clock at 5. Jacks up with 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound. The Bulls trail by 7. Well, Doris, you won't find too many players that can provide the instant spark that Powell does.
Brian, you know that expression, know your role and star in your role. Norman Powell knows my job is to come in and give my team a boost. And this guy comes in thinking score and change the game, and he does just that.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Vucevic with it. Guarded by Batum.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Vucevic gets the bucket.
Well, Nikola Vucevic can score against excellent defense. That is a good finish in close.
Leonard for 3. And Vucevic with the block. To the paint. Here's Smith. Pass to Vucevic. Launches it. The shot no good. Here's Batum. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Clippers on top, leading by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Bulls trail by 3. Here's Giddey. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Chicago shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw. Grant, how about Kobe White? Going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Batum. Back to Harden. 3-pointer. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
He is just not taking smart shots out there. A pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. Harden with a bucket. Harden's got 11.
I tell you, James Harden's ability to power through contact and finish with bodies around him is something else.
Pass to Buzelis. Now White. To the middle. Here's Ball. Outside Giddey. For the lead. It's rebounded by Zubac. The Clippers in the lead. Harden with a bucket. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
James Harden simply stated is putting it to the defense right now. Somebody has got to step up and get the ball out of his hands.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants to review the game plan. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Ball outside. Pass to Buzelis. Tipped away. And stolen by Leonard. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Dunn's shot is good. And now it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
Love the energy here in the third. Trying to take control now of this contest.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good going into that final quarter.
Harden's got space. A quick shot there. It's off target. To the left wing. The three from Ball. It's rebounded by Zubats. Los Angeles leading by 7. Leonard outside. A good-looking shot from the wing. Leonard's got 12. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. It's Giddey on the wing. And again, unable to change momentum here. Outside Harden. Fires the three. The shot misses.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Ball. Here's Buzelis. From deep, Giddey. Rebounded by Dunn. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. On the wing, Harden. He's got 13. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
From deep, Giddey. Drops in the three. 6 points for him.
Boy, Giddey, if he becomes a knockdown three-point shooter, you will not be able to guard this guy.
Leonard attacking. Dunn. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Dunn's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 12-3 run. To the inside. Here's Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Yeah, if you allow Zubats positioning near the cup, look out. This is what you can expect.
Pass to Vucevic. Here's Buzelis. Back to Giddey. Six to shoot. Back to Vucevic. The three from Ball. Fires in the triple. Ball's got 13 now.
Filling it up. Lonzo Ball, more than a passer.
Leonard outside. And Los Angeles, another three.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Buzelis. He's got 5. Fires from deep. No good on the shot. And here's Harden. Driving to the basket. Off with the layup.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And so it's Los Angeles. They lead by 11 as the quarter. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter. Stranger things have happened. Pass to Zubats. Harden with it. Hits the front of the rim and out.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. So it's Los Angeles now. Chicago making their last shot. Outside Herter. Here's the three. The Clippers grab the miss. Now Harden. To the paint. Here's Zubats. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Clippers lead by 11. And Chris Dunn gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Smith right side. It's stolen by Dunn.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
And Harden with the slam.
Just a great nose for the ball. Chris Dunn with the clean pick, starts the fast break, and they lead, no doubt.
Back to Jones. DeSumo outside. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Zubats. Los Angeles leading by 13. Right side Harden. And the layup falls.
Yeah, James Harden's ability to finish with either hand, so crafty, understanding how to navigate around defenses when he's in the painted area.
Sends it home from three-point land.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Fires for 3. And James Harden again. Harden's got 20.
James Harden understands answering a 3 with your own 3 negates any momentum of your opponent.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. They implored their guys to maintain their focus. The message was, don't commit any bad turnovers and no easy buckets. A simple message, Brian.
Thank you for that, Allie. Back to Giddey. 5 on the clock. No good from outside.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Here's Harden. Nice move. It's deflected.
When it comes to contesting shots, Buzelis is showing us that he's got great timing.
Knocked away. Dunn with a steal. And there's the whistle. They'll pin that one on Nikola Vucevic. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
Chicago ball.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. White for 3. It's rebounded by Zubats. Los Angeles leading by 15. Leonard outside. Takes a 3. Knocks it down from distance.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Three-pointer, Harden. Chicago grabs the miss.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Clippers.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And what a huge performance it was for James Harden.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
So it's Chicago now. 15-point game. Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
B.A., all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap.
Now here's Harden. 4 on the clock. Beyond the arc. Drains the triple. And the Clippers lead by 15.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Here's White. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Another three for Chicago.
Three-pointer.
Pass to Harden. Got it. Good job at the low post. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And